Hello and welcome to Quilting with Lori. My name is Lori Dickman. Today we are at week number 44 of my 52-week series of Scrappy blocks. It's hard to believe we're already that far along in this series. I've really enjoyed teaching you how to use up your scrap stash by creating different blocks each and every week. If you like the content that I'm providing you, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That really does help my channel to get to other viewers just like yourself. Thank you so much for doing that. Today's block is an antique tile block. That's what I'm calling this one. But it's also an I Spy block, which is going to be a lot of fun. You could certainly use that center square there and put all sorts of fun little items in there for a child's quilt, an I Spy quilt. This one happens to be a turtle. A beautiful batik fabric I love, and I put the turtle in there. So just so much you can do with this, and it's all squares and rectangles. How easy is that? Couple of housekeeping items that I don't want you to forget about. There is a PDF attached in the description box below. The PDF gives you the instructions for this block, or you could just simply follow along in the video. And I always like to give you an idea of how to lay out a block using the Scrappy block that I'm giving you each week. So on the back of that, or if you print it out in 2 pages, check that out too. That might be fun. It would maybe be a really great project for a generosity project for your quilt guild. So don't forget to download or save or print the PDF attached. And also in the description box below, I'm going to link both my tutorial, my video tutorial, as well as my book set. This is the smaller book here is my Speedy Solutions to Cut, Sort, and Organize Your Scrap Stash. I do have a video tutorial that corresponds to this. I'll link all of this below. If you don't have your scrap stash cut up, sorted, organized, and ready to use, that's a video tutorial you actually want to see. So check the links out below. I also have a patterns book. It's my Scrappy Patterns book, which corresponds to my techniques book. Together, you get a total of 17 beautiful patterns for Scrappy quilts, plus all of the techniques that you need in this book here. So check those links out below as well. Let's take a look at how this block goes together. Here you see a picture of a completed blocks, and all of my Scrappy blocks in this 52-week series are 12.5 inches. And then they'll finish at 12 inches in your quilt. So I've made all of them the same. And I do have some quilt as you go techniques that I'm teaching using some of these blocks from our 52-week series of Scrappy quilts. So I'll also link those tutorials below so that you can go ahead and quilt up your Scrappy blocks in a beautiful quilt. So here is the block. It would be fun, as I mentioned earlier, to make this as an I Spy quilt, where you have something in here for maybe a child or just maybe a unique item. I have this beautiful batik fabric, and it's got all these turtles and sea animals. That might be kind of fun. Plus, I'm using my scraps. And as you can see, I mix my quilting cottons with my batiks. I always have done that. I love to use my scraps, and I use it all up. So don't forget to download your PDF. Those are the instructions for it. This is what you're going to need for this project. So let me pull this out. First of all, I have pulled a 4.5 inch dark, which is going to be my center square right here. And you see this one has a couple of turtles and some sea plants and so forth here. Then I've got some medium 5-inch squares and some light 5-inch squares. And what I'm going to do to obtain my rectangles is simply to cut all of these 5-inch squares in half. So then I'll have two 2.5-inch wide rectangles. But then I just have to cut off a 1/2 inch from the length so that I'll end up with a total of 4 2.5 by 4.5 inch rectangles from these 2 oranges. And I'll do the same here with the lights, and I'll end up with 2 2.5 by 4.5 inch rectangles from this. You can certainly just use your 2.5 inch strips if you have lots of strips in your stash. That'd be a simple way to do it. Then you're just going to subcut 4.5 inch lengths from your strips. I just chose to use my squares today, and so I'm cutting them in half and then trimming off a 1/2 inch. So that's what we're using there. And we're also going to need 4 of the 2.5 inch light squares and 4 of the 2.5 inch medium squares, as you can see here. So there are the mediums and lights, and here are the mediums and lights that are rectangles, and here's some more. So we're going to go ahead and put this together. Really simple. When we put this together, I like to put the corner units together first, and then I'll put the center units together next, and then I'll simply sew it together as a 9 patch, because then there are actually 9 different units that you're going to sew together to create the block. Fast and easy. I just realized that I forgot to show you these mediums. So when they're all the 5-inch squares, 2 of each, because when I cut each of these pairs in half, I'm going to use these darker, I think I'll use these orange darker ones out here for these rectangles, and I'll use these green ones in here where I've used the green on this first block, and these light ones will go here. And so instead of a cream color light, I'm using a yellow as my light. So there are a total of 6 of these 5-inch squares that I have pulled, and then I'm going to go ahead and make rectangles out of them. I think what I'm going to do is just line all of them up evenly on top of one another. So now I have 6 5-inch squares all lined up evenly. I'm going to come over here and cut a 2.5-inch width. All right, so I've done that. Now I'm going to remove a 1/2 inch from that segment and a 1/2 inch from here. There, so now I have a total of 4 of the lights. Here they are, if I can get them separated. I have 4 of these greens of the mediums, and I have 4 of these orange mediums, which I'm going to put on the outside. So this is what I've got. I'm going to go ahead now and lay this out over by my sewing machine. I'll show you how I'm going to lay it out, and then we'll get sewing. So I've started to lay things out. I've got my center I Spy block in the center here. I've got the 2.5-inch light squares touching the I Spy block, and then the darker, or the medium actually, squares next to that. I am going to put my light rectangles on the outside, medium rectangle there. And just make sure as you're laying out your block that you're laying out each unit correctly. So my lights are on the outside, my mediums are on the inside. So these mediums touch the I Spy, the lights squares touch the I Spy, and then these are on the outside. And then we're going to lay the last 4 mediums here. And you can make this even scrappier. I just cut up these blocks and I'm using the same 2. You could absolutely mix and match everything as you're cutting away. If you're making more than one block, then you can have everything completely scrappy or completely uniform. If you like to have much more of an organized scrappy, then you go for that. That's always fun. So here is my block. What I'm going to do is, first of all, sew these units together, the corner units, have those ready, pressed, and squared up to 4.5 inches. Then I'm going to do these units. I'm going to sew these rectangles together, press the seam allowances to the dark, square them up to 4.5 inches. Then I'm going to lay it back out here in 3 rows of 3 columns, and I'll sew the 9 patch block together. Let's get that done. So these 4 units are sewn. Make sure you keep the lights in the center. Now I'm going to make sure to sew all of my corner units together first, and I'm simply going to place them right sides together. I'm going to do all 4 units assembly line fashion. I'll bring it back here to the tabletop as soon as I'm done. These 4 corner units have been sewn and squared up, pressed and squared up to 4.5 inches. So they are all ready to go. Now I'm going to do the same with these. I'm just going to do this assembly line fashion where I am placing one rectangle on top of the other. I will press mine to the dark when I do the pressing, and then I'm going to square up each of these 4 units to 4.5 inches. I'll bring it back to the tabletop in just a second. This block goes together so quickly. So I have now sewn these rectangle units, these center units here, and I have squared them up to 4.5 inches. I pressed mine to the dark. You could certainly press all your seam allowances open, flat if you'd like. I simply press mine to the dark. Now I'm ready to web my block. You've seen me do this many, many times. In fact, I have a video tutorial on my channel called Webbing a Block, and so you're welcome to check that out. I'll have a link below on that. But when I web my blocks, I simply lay them out next to me on my machine table here, and I am simply going to start sewing the second row. I'll place on top here. I'll go to the machine and sew it. Without removing it from the machine, I'll take this one and sew it, and then I'll take this one and sew it. So I have these 2 rows webbed together. Then I'll come back after these rows are actually all webbed together here, and I'll grab this side and web them to this. And they're all connected with threads between each unit, and hence the name Webbing the Block. So as you see here, I have webbed column 1 and 2 together and column 2 and 3 together. So it's all connected with a thread right here. Now I'm going to actually web the rows together by simply flipping this down. I'm going to do some pinning to make sure that everything lays nicely. Once I do that one, then I will sew this last seam here, and I'll bring it back to the tabletop. Here's the block I just finished. I pressed it and squared it up to 12.5 inches. As you can see, I pressed toward the dark all the way around. And this one is the first one that I had shown you. So I have 2 wonderful Scrappy blocks. And as you can see, depending on the lights that you use and the mediums, you could certainly scrap up or switch out your values on this. Maybe you want your center value to be light and just reverse everything. It's totally up to you. Have fun with this. Use up your scrap stash. Use what you have on hand and just have fun creating some beautiful quilts. I think that entire quilt using these 2 blocks would be absolutely beautiful. And here is an idea. It's on point. This is a quilt that I'm giving you on the back, or included in the PDF. And it's simply on point, where you'd use a plain fabric in the center, and it just really makes those blocks pop. So have fun with this. Again, this is week number 44. I sure hope you're enjoying all of the blocks that I've been sharing with you each week. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're having fun using up your scrap stash to make beautiful quilts. That's the goal. We want to not only just scrap up that stash, but we want to use it in actual quilts that we can cherish with our friends and family. Don't forget to grab that PDF of instructions, which is connected below in the description box. There's a PDF link there. I also have links to my Speedy Solutions tutorial. It's a video as well as my book set, so check those out. I also will link my Facebook page. It's a group page called Scrap Up Your Stash, part of my Quilting with Lori Facebook page. And in that Scrap Up Your Stash link, you can actually post the scrappy blocks that you're working on, the quilts that you're putting together. We love to share quilts that we're making with one another, so please make sure that you post some of your blocks and or quilts out there on that link. Check those links out below. And again, please make sure that you like and subscribe and comment. I love to hear from my viewers. If you have questions or comments, please make sure that you comment below as well. And hit that notifications button. That will let you know when I do put out a new video. And I put out a couple of videos each week. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. My name is Lori Dickman. This is Quilting with Lori. Have a great week. Thank you so much.